So Mark Stein of the Stein Line says that the Miami Heat and the Milwaukee Bucks have a deep admiration for PJ Tucker. And I've said it before. The Clippers have two options. They're either going to convince PJ Tucker to ride the bench, and if they need him in the playoffs, they keep him, or he's going to get traded for a bag of potatoes, or he's going to ask to get bought out because he doesn't have any trade value. Not that he's bad. He's actually fantastic still. It's just the contract and the Clippers not having leverage. So the two teams that could go after him, if, let's say, the trade would just be salary match and maybe a second round pick. So if you look at the Bucks salary, I think it's easier in theory, for potentially the Bucks to get him than the Heat. But I think both teams could get him. If the Bucks do it, it would be probably a package of Pat Connaughton with maybe like AJ Green or somebody else that they would want. But Pat Connaughton, I believe, they can almost do straight up, or they'd have to attach someone. While the Miami Heat, if they wanted to do a deal, they would have to do a deal revolving around. I mean, it becomes a bit difficult because they don't necessarily, like, Caleb Martin's too good, and the only player that has traded, it's way harder for the Heat to get him. So the Heat would want him to be bought out, and they would bring him in on a buyout. And I think giving up Pat Connaughton's too much for the Bucks. So my assumption is that the Heat and Bucks are basically hoping that PJ Tucker gets bought out. And if PJ Tucker gets bought out, I think because of his age, he would be able to. You're only able to double dip once in your career. So if you get bought out or waived, and if you clear waivers, you can get the guaranteed money and then double dip. But you can only do that once in your career, I believe. So if PJ Tucker gets bought out, he could double dip. And this would be the year that he has the most money to double dip. So I personally think it would make most sense for him to double dip now. Now, which team is more likely to get PJ Tucker? That's where it becomes a bit more difficult because I don't know which team PJ fits the bill more perfect. I think that's more of a matter of preference and fit. I think he'll get more minutes, in my opinion, with the Heat because he's played there. Like, I think he fits what the Heat need right now more. But, yeah, the Bucks, some might argue, could have a better chance of winning a championship. I don't know. I do like the Heat fit more. Maybe that's me just being biased, but that's where I want to hear your guys' opinions down below in the comment section. What do you guys expect and why? And what would you give up for PJ Tucker? Let me know your guys' thoughts down below in the comment section.